Page 4, The Rising Sun. This thing has 5 flats in it. This ought to be fun. Actually, it just uses all the black keys. And in case you're wondering, it's in the key of D flat major. 5 flats is D flat. It's not exactly a key signature I would teach a beginner, but this is in the book, so okay, there you are. This is in 3/4 time. Quarter note gets count. Now we've got to count to 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And just cover the notes and the fingering here in the rhythm first. Now you're going to move around a little bit, so watch out. So you're starting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now in that measure, this is the 4th measure over. As you're playing this, the left hand needs to come up 1 key. So you're just moving it up 1 key. So it's ready, your 3rd finger's ready for A flat. So it's 1, 2, 3. And during that measure, the right hand then needs to move up here. So we moved up just 1 key. So the last measure, the first line, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now they're saying here, my tendency is to be in this position, which would be a 2, 3. But we'll go ahead and do what the book wants to do. So we'll go ahead and do 2, 4 here. So the second line is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now all the notes. You're just using them all in that position, black keys. And then the third line is the same. 3rd measure though, look out. Then as you're playing these notes in the 3rd measure, the right hand comes up 1, so the thumb is there. So now we're here for a while. On the 4th line down, they have measure numbers. The little number at the beginning of each line in a box, that's a measure number. So I could refer to measure 16, well that would be the 1st measure of the 4th line. So look at measure 17, we got 8th notes here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. And then the dotted half notes in the left hand, you're just going to hold them down. Remember, a dotted half note is the same as 3/4 notes. Just memorize that. In here, it gets 3 counts. 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. And then the last one is here. Hold that down. 2, 3, 4. This comes up when you play the A flat. So make sure you hold 2, 3, 4. And then the left hand crosses over to get, that's a high D flat. It's an octave above that, up there. Then we add the slurs, maybe the dynamics. It starts out soft and you're slurring every 2 notes. So you're down here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You see, lift up here before you play that. There's a little silence there. 2, 3, 1, 2. Each time you do that. Now when you get to the last 2 measures of the 2nd line, 2 measures are all slurred together. You connect them all. And then lift up between each one. Lift up. So follow the slurs they've got in here. Now when you get down to measure 17 in the left hand, you have these dotted half notes, and there's no slurring or anything marked. Play them legato, just connect them. That means you're lifting up in the right hand but not the left. Can you do 2 different things in the hands at the time? Here, lift up here, but not here. Connect that. So, dynamics, you start soft. That's both hands. You'll have to decide what soft is, or your teacher will tell you what soft is. It's different for different situations, different people, whatever. And then in the 3rd line down, you come up just a little bit to moderately soft. Not much. And at the end of the line, come up again to moderately loud. And then in the measures 18, you start getting loud. And then at the measure 21 at the bottom, now you're loud. Don't get loud to that. So pace it out. So starting with measure 18, you got 18, 19, and 20. 3 measures to go from moderately loud to loud. There's not a lot of difference. So plan it out. So measure 18, I'm going to stay moderately loud. Now I'm just a hair bit for the next measure. And see, I'm doing it one measure at a time. Now for the next measure, just a little bit louder. And then finally, I get to measure 21, I'm loud for the rest of it. Whatever loud is to you, that's whatever. Then they say pedal. Hold the pedal down throughout the whole piece. So at the beginning, I'm going to push the pedal down right after I play that G flat. And I'm going to hold the pedal down through the whole piece, all through it, going to smear it all until the very end. On the D flat, the pedal and the hand comes up at the same time at the end of the 6 counts that you're holding that D flat. That's the pedal. As far as how fast it goes, they give you metronome marking. It's, I think, about as fast as I just played it, just sort of, 2. Now you'll notice the pedal covers up the slurs, it just blends it all together. That's okay. You still do the lifting with the hands. You still go through the motion of the slurs. The idea is you want to feel the slur. You want to feel this articulation whether you can hear it or not. It can affect how you play it, is what I'm getting at. With a lot of music, just get in the habit of always doing the articulation whether you can hear it or not. I'd like to play this with you slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the dynamics. I'm not trying to perform it for you. I don't like performing pieces because I don't want you copying me. I don't think a lot of learning takes place if you just copy somebody else all the time. So I'll give us 3 counts and let's do it together. 1, ready, go. 2. 1, 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 1, 2. One, 2, 3, tie, 2, 3, off.